What's happening, FLG fam? Corey here, program director. Just want to talk a little bit about recap from this past weekend. We had another great weekend of training. It was definitely a little bit of a change up being on Sunday morning, but I thought the attendance was great. It was nice seeing all our families out bright and early on a Sunday to come get better. We worked on, a lot of really great concepts over this past week. More specifically with our attack, working on scoring around the crease and dodging from X, something that's great. And it's something that's really important in both the boys and the girls game, something they'll do a lot of. And I think if you get really good at it, can make you a really effective attacker or attackman. So that's something that we focused a lot on this past week, which we'll do again. And I do a little bit more of this upcoming Saturday here. Midfielders did a lot of stuff from the high wings and from right outside the 8, moving into the 12. For our girls midfielders, that's a spot we like to pick on defenders and initiate in our offense for both our boys and our girls teams. So we got really good at that, as well as defending that area of the field. For the defense, we talked about turning players at goal line extended, driving them back towards X or into the crease, something that takes a lot of skill, a lot of time, takes some patience, and you got to get really good with angles, making contact, and be able to direct defenders to areas on the field. So that's something that's going to take a lot of time for our defensemen and our defenders to get good at, and it was nice that we got a chance to work on that this past Sunday. So, moving into this upcoming week, again, we're going to be recapping some of this stuff, but we're always going to be bringing in new, fresh drills for everyone to, take part in and get better in, including all of our positions, our goalies, all the way down to our attackmen and our middies and defenders in between. Our team practices will continue to focus on some team concepts that allow us to compete as we approach our first set of fall tournaments that are coming up and competitions. And that's something that we'll always do week in and week out, so that way we look good as a team and accomplish what are our fall goals, which aren't always about winning championships. That's something that we try to do more of in the summertime. It takes at least a year to make sure our teams are playing at a really high level as a group and are super organized. Now, remember, our 2021 boys and girls, our lacrosse recruits homework is due on Monday, October 1st. You got to get that profile picture up there after you log in. You got to favorite at least 30 schools, and I'd like to see everyone throw their GPA up there. If you have a transcript from your first 2 years of high school, I would definitely recommend putting that up there as well. I don't know if you know this, but FLG publicizes all different prospect days, Division 1, 2, and 3, up on our website. We have a calendar that's constantly being refreshed. College programs around the country know that we do this, and it's a great resource. It's actually one of the highest trafficked site web pages on our website. So people from all over the country are going on there, checking out these prospect days, and coaches are constantly sending them into us. So we put those up there for our families to check them out and see what's going on where. Now, before you sign up for one of those prospect days, we do recommend that you reach out to us. Don't just go to these things if it's not a great, option for your family or a good fit for you. So definitely consult with us before you sign up for these prospect days. You can also find them on our Instagram at FLG Lacrosse. So I recommend you checking out what's out there. It's a great way to create a little mini college road tour for yourself as a family, or if you go with a group of FLG families, that's always a nice option, because a lot of times, there's certain schools that a lot of our players are trying to, go to. So you'll see maybe 4 or 5 FLG families going to the same event, which I think is great too, because you can carpool and make the most out of the experience. So that's our prospect days. And, I would like to bring in a special guest here, which is Coach Devin Voda, to talk about something that he created called N.O.W. training. So Coach Voda, step in for me.
What's going on, FLG fam? Devin here. So Coach Corey and I have been talking about this N.O.W. training stuff, and it's an acronym that we've developed. It stands for No One's Watching Training. This is kind of like an old school way of thinking before the club scene kind of took off and stuff. Kids, you relied on yourself to get yourself up to a field or a wall or even in the backyard to, develop your skill. So N.O.W. training, we want our kids kind of taking it upon themselves to get better, because there's only so many times you could practice. There's only so many times you could train with a professional coaching staff. So supplementing that with home training, as well as going up to a field with friends and stuff like that, can definitely, bring your game to the next level. If your son or daughter has ideas about what kind of their weaknesses are or their strengths or something that they want to develop more, by all means, ask their coaches questions. They could develop personal drills, right before you get home. Coach, like myself, there's a kid in our program that does this all the time, Sean Miller. He comes up to me after every single small group training, and he asks me about defense and offense and how he should be shooting in his body mechanics. And I give him little drills to work on when he goes home. That's a great example of what our kids should be doing in order to exceed at their now training. I'm going to take Coach Corey back in. Any questions, please reach out to me, dvoda@flglacrosse.com. Thank you.
All right, great. Big thanks to Coach Voda. Like Coach said, you can always reach out to us, right? We're open for the most part 9 to 5. Come down to the office. But if we're not in the office or you don't have time to come down, everyone's got busy schedules. Like Coach said, give us a call or shoot us an email or just come up to us after practice. We're more than happy to give you guys some ideas on how you can get better on your own. And I think the players that have gone from good to great in the FLG program historically are the ones that kind of train when no one's watching. They go up to the school with their bucket of balls and they just get better. And instead of, people actually visualizing the progress on a weekly basis, they just see them at one point and say, how did that player get so good? And usually it's because of all the time and energy and effort that they put in when the cameras aren't on or the coach's eyes aren't on them or they're not in an organized setting. So a really great concept that we hope our players start to do more and more of and even share with us. Feel free to shoot us a video as you train at home. We'll make sure to promote you guys. And that kind of leads me to my last point. We love that our players are excelling at multiple sports, high school all the way down to, middle school and elementary. So any successes that you're having on the gridiron, or on the volleyball court, or on the soccer field, you got video of that, send that to us. We'll promote you guys to our Instagram so that way, the whole world can see how successful our players are in other sports and in the other seasons. So all good stuff that you're more than welcome to share with us so we can connect with the world and show everyone what a great job our FLG players are doing. So we look forward to see everyone this Saturday afternoon back to our same time over at Stimson Middle School. And remember, office, we're here 9 to 5 during the week to come say what's up. Always open on our website, so you always can find good information, including blogs that myself, Coach Voda, Director Bob, we all write, Coach Wink. We all put our thoughts on paper, sometimes on video. We put it in our blog to educate our families on our mission, what we're about, and how to make our families and our players, the best that they can be. All right, so until next time, we'll see you guys this weekend.